On today's episode of Still Up Sports, we're talking Courtland Sutton. We're talking Broncos rookies reporting the mini camp. Well, reporting the training camp. We're talking fantasy football. We're talking fantasy football, guys. And then also we're going to be talking about the Jonathan Cooper updates. All that and much more coming to you in 60 seconds. All that and more. See you soon. Welcome to Still Up Sports, episode 19. I'm your host, Cody Chapa, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is currently 2:04 a.m. Mountain Time, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. All that helps me out here on YouTube. It really helps us grow this idea and this concept of late night sports talk. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. Thank you so much for letting me know if there's any audio issues like an echo and stuff. I appreciate that. We kind of rushed into this show, even though it was delayed. So it's hard to explain that we rushed into it while delaying it too, but I do apologize. Do me a favor and like it. Thank you so much, Martin. I hope you're having a wonderful night. We're going to double check this audio real quick before we start anything. So 1 second. Let me check. How's it sounding, guys? How's it sounding? Okay, good. That's what we want to hear. Hello from Houston, Texas. Keep being yourself, gang. Even when you feel down, keep your head up and keep moving forward. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. This is not an easy journey going down this road of, getting into being on camera, talking. That's the hardest part for me, is being on camera and talking, because I would not be doing this if someone else was doing that, guys. But thank you so much for the amazing compliment. That means the world to me. Thank you. All right, guys. So we got a fun show tonight. We're going to get into this first hour is going to be quick on these segments, because we're going to spend that final hour trying to figure out, and we're going to try to execute a fantasy football mock draft. Yep. Everyone say hi to each other. We're all still up here at Still Up Sports. We're here to talk sports late night. We normalize late night sports talk, guys, this weekend. So normally we do watch-alongs on the weekends, whether it's combat sports or college football on Saturdays or whatever, sporting events on Saturdays. Besides during the regular season, we will be doing watch-alongs during, Broncos games, during primetime games, Monday and Sunday night. We will be doing watch-alongs, guys. So stay tuned for when the season starts. We got a lot of cool stuff coming ahead of us. We will be going to 2 college football games. We'll be going to a a Bronco Raider game here in town. We'll be going to Broncos Chiefs in Denver. So we got a lot of stuff in terms of events we're going to be at, as well as we're going to be continuing to push and normalize late night sports. So during the season, and hopefully beginning next week, we'll be back on our normal schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, hopefully 12:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Mountain Time. However, I'm considering just starting the shows at 2 a.m. every night. Really gives me enough time to get home and settle in, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I will say, guys, we got some fun stuff. We're talking fantasy football. We're talking Courtland Sutton. We're going to give Courtland Sutton a superhero comp. I got a good one. Besides that, guys, and I'll tell you where we're at with our superhero comps, because if you build this team and turn it into, like, if these superheroes are on a football team, you'd be like, this is insane. So we got some great comps already down the list of what we've done. Besides that, we got a small update on Jonathan Cooper, guys. And then besides that, of course, we're going to talk about Broncos rookies. The Broncos rookies will be our first subject. So if you got any subjects or conversations when it comes to Broncos rookies, let me know. Drop them in the comments. Let me know. Questions, comments. We're going to talk Broncos rookies. So if you have anything on them, just let me know. We're going to talk about Jonah Coleman, KH Casey. We'll talk about a few of these UDFAs, as well as maybe like Red Murdoch. We'll talk about Justin Jolie and Dallin Bentley. But we got to make these first few segments, Courtland Sutton, the Broncos rookies, and Cooper. Each one will be 20 minutes each, because we're going to make sure that we spend the rest of this pod really. We're going to go onto a mock draft, fantasy football mock draft, platform, and we're going to set it up the way that I believe ours is set up in our little league against some other creators, and we're going to run a mock draft, and we'll see how we do. Because on Sunday is my mock draft. So during our 24-hour stream, this will be our final 24-hour stream on Sunday. Sunday and the Monday will be our final 24-hour stream of the off season. That does not mean we're done. We'll be doing them again in the future, but for the off season, it'll be our final one. And during it, we actually have our fantasy football, draft. So because of that, we're going to be doing part of that while we're live on the air during that. Besides that, guys, this first 20 minutes of the stream is all just welcoming you guys in, getting you guys, your vibe, how you're feeling. Want to check on you guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I hope you guys have had a great week. We were going to come live last night. I was feeling very sick when I got off work. So, that's just how it went. Besides that, guys, I need you to come over here and we will figure this out. Hold on. Let me show you something. I did not have, normally I get this stuff, at least the best I can, pre-set up before I come over here. But here you go. All right. So please do me a favor and go support on YouTube. You see us right here. We are at 119. Thank you to our amazing friend at Sahara Wellness. I know that it was you. It must have been you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, we're trying to work our way up to 120, 125 before this 24-hour stream on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to really make a push. Sunday into Monday for this last final 24-hour stream, we're going to make a push to try to get the 150. But either way, we're going to keep growing no matter what. We got some big plans for when we're in Denver. We got some big stuff coming up. So all kinds of cool stuff coming here. You see that we went to 120 when we finished that last 24-hour stream. And then we had, a drop-off. We had 2 drop-off. But then, we actually just had our friend from Sahara Wellness subscribe. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Besides that, guys, so on YouTube, so go subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on X. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. So go check us out on all of those: TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube. We're on every single one of them. Subscribe and follow on each one. It really helps. We're trying to really grow and normalize this idea of late night sports talk. It does not happen without viewers like you and without, people like me up here talking about it. So it means the world. Thank you so much. Hi, Mariah. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. Drop your Broncos rookies questions. I want to know what you guys think about some of these Broncos rookies, and we'll be getting into them in about 9 minutes. Okay. So besides that, we're going to keep talking about our plans for these upcoming weeks. So we do not have a 50. I've expressed it before. We are not. We are in our red shirt off season. So no mock drafts. No 53-man rosters. None of that. At least predictions. But if you have questions about some of these players, if you think they'll make the team, let me know, and I'll give you my honest take if I think they will. But besides that, I also want you guys to know that we are doing some fun stuff here at Still Up. We let me show you. But like if you see it right here, this video right here, it's something that I'm going to experiment with because I got myself a membership with I think it was Frame Key or Keyframe or something like that, and it allows me to get some audio for whatever I want to use it for. And so that audio is going to be helpful with some of the stuff we do from videos or shorts or streams. You actually, that audio you heard in the beginning of this stream was that very beginning jazz that you heard while, it was on the starting soon screen and all that. That is in this video right here. It's an hour long. I'm going to probably make them a little longer. And in the future, we're going to try to animate the video. We're going to get our great friend, Amelia, who made that graphic and design for us, which is this graphic. Let me show you right here. It's a wonderful graphic. I love it. Let's pull this off. But you see this graphic right here, guys. That's my dog. That's my 2 cats in this house. You see the fridge. You see the jerseys. You kind of see... You see the fridge, you see the jerseys, you see our audio mixer right here, you see our little setup right here. You see it, you kind of see our banner faded into the wall underneath the jerseys. It's kind of neat. I think it's a cool little image. And what we've done is we've taken an audio and we put it on that image, and it just goes for an hour. In the future, they're going to be longer. But it's more of a fun way for people, one, if they want to support Still Up, but two, it's something that I've always liked. I've always loved those kind of videos or just YouTube things where you go on YouTube and you look up lo-fi or jazz or whatever, and it's just a still image or like a slightly animated image. And eventually we're going to have her slightly animate these, whether it's cats' tails moving and the cats and dog blinking, or whether it's... something on the screen or something on the keypads flashing or something. We're going to have her animate this at one point. But I really like what she's done. And I think that it's going to look really cool. And it's been a fun little idea, because if you click that video, guys, I'll pull it back up. If you click this video on the channel right here, Jazzy Night in the Still Up Sports Studio, it's not the only one for the future. We're going to have one that's going to be a lo-fi one. We're going to do some that's going to be like an indie, soft kind of rock, music, like a very soft country one. We're going to do one maybe a week, and they're going to be longer than an hour. They're going to be maybe like around 3-4 hours. But that's because, guys, I've always been a fan of these videos. So all you can expect with this series, the night in the Still Up Sports Studio series, the playlist at least, over here, to me, late night with the Still Up Sports, late night vibes with Still Up Sports. That's what it's called. And basically, it's going to just be a different audio with that background. Eventually, the background will get animated. But besides that, it's just going to be an audio with that. And if you want to listen to it, rest, relax, play it in the back, it helps. It helps us out with views. It helps us out with content. To everyone that's new here, again, we are at 119. We're trying to go up. We're trying to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. We normalize late night sports talk. So if that's not your thing, you just have to help us out, subscribe, and you can turn the notifications off if you would like. If you are interested in late night sports talk, feel free to drop your questions, comments. I always answer. Thank you so much, Ghost. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. Here at Still Ups, we're trying to normalize late night sports talk. So yeah, we're on YouTube, guys, X, Instagram, and TikTok. All right. And then besides that, guys, this is not a paid ad. I am not paid by Goonsville, but Goonsville is family to me. So I would love if you go check out Goonsville and go check out my friend Petros. and his clothing. It's all fully embroidered, really clean, really awesome. Designs. You always feel clean and fresh when you wear Goonsville. They got some good deals still on the website and in the catalog still. So go check out some of these other options up here. Some $20 for this. So if you are a Golden Knights or like a CU Buffs fan, that looks great. Goons got goons, absolutely. We always throw some love to Petros and to Goonsville. I do not play Roblox. No, I am not necessarily someone that plays Roblox, but we talk sports on this channel. But yeah, guys, go support Goonsville and our friends at Goonsville, especially Petros. They work hard at what they do, and it's all about supporting other people in their craft. So, Goons got goons, absolutely. All right, guys. So you see that background again. Again, go check out, our new little series, and it's going to keep growing. But go check out right here. Whoop. You see it right there. Let me see. No. There we go. But go check it out right here. You see it right here, the Jazzy Night in the Still Up Sports Studio. Go check that out. And it's going to be a part of a new series for us where it's just like the background jazz or lo-fi music, to relax or get stuff done too. So it's pretty cool. Thank you so much for helping us get back up to 120. It means the world. Ghost to Kill It. I appreciate you. If you are into sports, let me know what's on your guys' mind. Drop your comments, questions. We're going to be jumping into our first subject soon, which will be Broncos rookies. So if you guys have any Broncos rookies questions, let me know. Besides that, I would love to know if you guys have any suggested platforms that we try to do this fantasy mock draft at the end. Basketball, okay. Do you have a basketball team? I'm just curious. Nice. Do you have a favorite basketball team? All right. So yeah, guys, we normally talk late night sports talk, normally 1:30 a.m. Mountain Time, but we're going to probably push that to 2 a.m. Mountain Time just because that gives me time to get home. Bulls, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Right on, man. All right, guys. So we're going to ease our way into this next discussion, which is Broncos rookies, because you have rookies reporting to camp this week. And then you have, let's see, 14, 19 actually. All right. But yeah, guys, you have Broncos rookies reporting to camp this week. And then you have, the vets reporting to camp next week. So because of that, I thought it would be a great subject or at least topic of discussion to start talking about, what we expect for some of these rookies, if you want to throw one of them in, just let me know who's on your mind. I got a few of them on my mind. I think Dallin Bentley and Justin Jolly, that's a great little discussion there because you have so little from the room. You just expect Evan Ingram to do a little more, especially if he's targeted. You would hope Ingram would do a little more, guys, right? Besides that, let me pull this down. Hold on. Boom. All right. So you would hope that Evan Ingram would give you a little bit more from that tight end room, guys. And if you see a fly or two in here, I'm sorry, guys. It's really, really hot outside, like 113-ish. So that just no matter what, guys, it gets hot and it brings everything out in this whole city. So if you do see a fly or two flying around, when you try to cool down a house, that's going to happen. Yeah, guys. So I think that, with tight end, you want more. So you would hope that maybe Justin Jolly is, that fix. A lot of people think that Justin Jolly is going to be that breakout fix. I wouldn't necessarily go that far. I do think Dallin Bentley actually has more potential to hit the field early because he has some blocking capability. And I'm excited because of his blocking capability and what that could mean, at least maybe in terms of being the Troutman replacement in the future. Doesn't mean he is a Troutman replacement right now, but probably in the future could grow into one. Why the only? Or why are you the only one? You're the only one in the chat that's commenting. We got people watching, but there's plenty of people that are, they're watching. You're just the only one that's commenting right now. This is also going to be available for rewatch after. So if you are watching right now after the fact, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps me a lot. Besides that, yeah. So what I was going to say is, with these tight ends, maybe you want Jolly to be your breakout, but I think you can reasonably expect Bentley to see the field more. It's going to be fun to see how like that whole tight end room plays out in general because it's crowded. With a lot of these guys are almost the same. So it's very crowded, guys. In terms of like Cage Casey, I think with Cage Casey, there's a chance he probably or could make that team for sure. It would be great for him. I think he does, honestly. He would make a great guard. I love what the future is there with Casey, at least, because he's a great prospect, a big, solid prospect. I love this tape. It's just he's got guys like Paucho in front of him. He's got guys like Ben Powers. I don't necessarily think he's a tackle in the league. I think he's a guard in the league. Some people think he's a tackle. I think he's a guard. Let's see. Jonah Coleman. We had Jay Weaver on right here, guys. You can see it. We're going to get Mario's up. Let me pull it up right now. We're going to get Mario's interview up there soon. But we had Jay on there for over like 2 hours. Almost 2.5 hours, we had Jay Weaver on, and we just talked about Jonah Coleman. And Jonah Coleman is so amazing. He gave him. I haven't given a superhero comp, but I really like Iron Man for the man, just because he's smart, he's flashy. The man really, I don't know. He's out there about himself. He's confident. I love the Iron Man comp. Jay gave him the green Ranger, like from Power Ranger. And I'm like, that's a cool one. Yeah, Batman's a good one too. Batman's a good one. I gave Batman technically. I did the whole like 2 Batman thing with Sean Payton and Davis Webb because I pulled the whole Batman Beyond card on that, and so like we'll get into that discussion when we talk about Courtland Sutton coming up and his superhero comp, because that's when we'll go down our list so far of who we've given comps to on the Broncos with their superhero comps, because we got a few guys already comped on here. So we're going to make sure that we talk about them for sure. All right, guys. One more thing. Let me pull that back down. I hope you guys actually really do like that graphic, because I like it a lot. You have my 2 cats and you got the dog. You got the whole group of animals there. Just imagine if the logos are animated, and just imagine if the screen gets a little animated, whether it's the dog's ear moving or the cat's tails or them all blinking. Besides that, there's things we could do with like what's on the screen moving or something. It would be cool if we animate that and then eventually use that for our, jazzy or lo-fi videos that we're starting. But yeah, guys, so I think Cage Casey could very much make this 53 roster. I think Dalvin Bentley and Jolly both could. I personally, let me pull me up. And there we go. All right. So, I personally think that, Jolly and you could see Jolly and Ingram make it. I wouldn't be surprised. You're right. It is a full tight end room. Hopefully, that's my thing. Is the tight end room feels like a bunch of dudes. That's what it feels like. Who's gonna be the dude? Ingram is supposed to be the dude, and you could hold on. You could probably expect him to be the dude, but do you think it's gonna be that much production? Hopefully, it's a little more, but. I'm not saying he's going to be 1,000-yard tight end. I don't expect that one bit. I don't expect a 1,000-yard receiver from the tight end position at all. I do think that, I think that because you got Waddle, you got Courtland going for 1,000. I think RJ goes for 1,000 in multi-purpose, like 5-5 or something, on the ground in the air. I think maybe you get a third receiver that goes for like 800 or something. I think it's Troy Franklin. I think wide receiver 3 is Troy Franklin. That's been my pick this whole time. But I would not be surprised if it's something else. Like maybe it's a Pat Bryant. Maybe it's Marvin Mims. I just have this weird feeling Mims is going to get traded. So, that's why, I that's my vibe there with that. But yeah, so tight end, you got Dallin Bentley, you got Justin Jolly. I think that hopefully Waddle opens this up for the tight end room. That's what you're hoping for, is that Waddle's going to open this up for the tight end room. But I think that I would say I give both of them a chance to make the team. I don't know. I think that Bentley is going to have a better opportunity this year, at least. Besides that, guys, I think that Jonah Coleman, of course, we're big on Jonah Coleman here. I think Jonah Coleman, guys, I don't expect J.K. Dobbins to go 17 games uninjured, and I expect it to happen at one point. I just hope that it's early, but not too early. Like I hope that we can guess when it happens. This doesn't mean we're wanting it to happen. We just think that it's going to happen because of what has happened. We root for J.K. Dobbins to stay healthy. He's one of the best running backs in the league when he is healthy. But I would tell you that I think that I don't know, guys. I really think that Jonah Coleman is going to be RB1 of the future. I think that Jonah Coleman is your RB1 of the future, especially because JK is only going to be your starting running back this year. He's only going to be here for one more year. I don't expect JK to be on this team much longer than a year. So with that being said, guys, I think that Jonah Coleman is easily, out of all this rookie class, the guy that I'm excited for, because if this was a guy that was getting the ball from the beginning and just being force fed, like if he was on another team and he was drafted and he was just going to start and he was just going to get the ball from day one and be force fed, I think he makes more of that opportunity than like a guy like Ashton Jeanty did last year. I would take this year Jonah Coleman over last year Ashton Jeanty. I think that's probably a fair discussion for some people. Some people say that it's not fair one way or the other. I think it's fair. Let's pull this up. We try to hit your comments, guys. But no, if you guys watch Jonah Coleman, man, the man's a bowling ball. He's got balance. With the addition of Waddle, we don't necessarily need to see more than 50 receptions and 400 to 68 yards. We need, what we need? What you're saying by that is what you mean. What you mean, Martin, I think, is you want a red zone threat at tight end that can consume or generate tight end, like touchdowns, right? You just want a tight end that generates some touchdowns. And I would agree if that's the point. I could care less about the yards if it's more or less. Same with the receptions. I think we just want the red zone, the red zone touchdowns or the third downs or that's what we probably want, is the third downs in the red zone. That's what we really want, is the touchdowns. But so it's doubling down on what you're saying, because you're saying we want to see more than one TD. That's the fact. So maybe like I'd settle for 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. I'd settle for 6, 7 TDs and first downs. Absolutely. And that's why maybe Dallin Bentley is the guy. I mean, Caleb Lohner. Maybe eventually you see something from Caleb Lohner, because all of his touchdowns in college came from all of his passes that he ever received came in a touchdown. But I don't think the man is there yet. I'm not really high on Caleb Lohner, though. So maybe you get one of these other guys to be a red zone threat, bring in the touchdowns, bring in the first downs, extend. Yep. Yep, 6-7. Yeah, I hit the 6-7. I couldn't help it. This is what I should have did after my 6-7. I should have did that, or I should have did this, or this. Yeah, I should have did one of those after doing the 6-7. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So, Broncos rookies, there's some interesting discussion there, guys. Miles Scott, safety room. I'm really, really hoping Miles Scott put the brr. Yeah, I got to get that sound in the audio mixer. You see the audio mixer right here? I got to put the sound into it because I got multiple empty pads that I could use. I got this one. So if I want to cuss, I got that one. I got a few other funny ones real quick. We got megaphone, like it's 1929. We got we got chimes. That's pretty, right? We got voice disguise for when we want to like do something, when the ops are around.
Oh, I talk with a scary voice.
So yeah, we got some fun ones, right? But yeah, we need to add brr. Let's see, high pitch.
High pitch. Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We just messed around with those sounds a little bit. But yeah, so we're going to have to keep our eyes out on these Broncos rookies, guys, because I'm really excited for what we might be able to see happen with some of these guys. I'm really hoping Miles Scott steps up and really challenges for that backup safety position behind there with Devon Key, because I hope he's that good, and because he's a former receiver, and I would love to see what he can do in that room. There's something about him that I'm really excited for. I'm scared after losing PJ Locke to Dallas. I'm really worried about that safety depth. You got Brandon Jones coming off of injury, who's on the final year of his deal. So I think that Miles Scott hopefully can really take that step up. Do I watch Dragon Ball? I watched a little bit of it growing up. Not a lot, but a little bit. I watched a little bit of Toonami and stuff growing up as well. All right, guys. So we're moving on. We're moving on to our next subject. All right. So just keep in mind, if you're watching right now, let me know who is the Broncos rookie you are interested in, and we will address this. Or if you have any comments or questions, leave them in after the fact, and I will address them on the next stream, and I'll pull them up. All right, guys. So we're going to move on to our next subject, and we are talking Courtland Sutton and his superhero comp. Guys, I have some fun ideas here with this superhero comps. Goku is great. That'd be a fun comp. I would have to save Goku for like Zach Allen, or just or like Quinn Miners, like a real menace. How much do I make? That's a fun question, man. I don't make nothing off of YouTube. I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have enough views. I don't make nothing off of YouTube, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking about my personal life, all I'll tell you is I work part-time just to try to make this channel work. That's all I'll tell you about my personal life and my money, man. But yeah, I don't make nothing off of this. I put a lot of my own money into this channel when I was working full-time, and then I went down the part-time. After the studio was done, I went down the part-time so I can put the time into this channel. Do we word? What's that mean? All right, guys. So we're going to talk Courtland Sutton and his his superhero comp, okay? Because this is what we have so far. Bo Nix is your Superman. All right. Jalen Waddle is the Flash. Pat Surtain is Spider-Man. Sean Payton and Davis Webb are both Batman. Sean Payton is Bruce Wayne, who's passing the mantle down to Davis Webb, who is Terry McGinnis. Batman passing the mantle onto Batman Beyond. That's what that is right there. So you have two Batman, you have a Spider-Man, you have the Flash, and you have Superman. You know what that means, guys. You know who you're missing. You know who Courtland Sutton's superhero pick is, and let me know who you think. Let me know who you think, because I'm going to give it to you in 2 seconds. Ready? Ready? We don't have a drum roll. Sadly, we don't have a drum roll, so we'll hit this one. All right. So for Courtland Sutton's superhero pick, guys, we're going Captain America. And this is obvious. Courtland Sutton is a 5-time consecutive captain, guys. 2021 to 2025. 5-time captain. That man is so respected. You know, behind Bo Nix as the Superman of that offense, you know who else is the real moral leader on that offense? You got Courtland Sutton and then Garrett Bowles. Those are your guys. And we got to get into the big boys. We got to start talking about these big boys like Garrett Bowles and Zach Allen and DJ Jones and Quinn Miners. We got to talk about these guys and their superhero comps. But we got them all written down, and we're going to keep track of all these characters so we can just think about how this team would look. Because just imagine you have a Superman at quarterback, you know, Captain America at wide receiver, the Flash at wide receiver. You got Spider-Man at corner. That's what you got basically, because you got Jalen Waddle as the Flash. You got Courtland Sutton as Captain America. Bo Nix as Superman. That offense is crazy. You got, and that's great. Let's see. Cap, that was all I got typed before you said it. Good call. Thank you. I think Captain America is great. Again, Hulk is one. We got to say for one of those big boys. It's obvious. We got to get into the big boys next at one point. I went with Captain America for Courtland Sutton. And again, I'm going to read it off one last time. So far, guys, you have Bo Nix as Superman. You have Jalen Waddle as the Flash. Now you have Courtland Sutton as Captain America. So you got Superman throwing the ball to the Flash and Captain America. That's insane. And then you got, Pat Surtain as Spider-Man. Again, because he's sticky and that Spidey sense that Pat has because he's so instinctive. It just, imagine Spider-Man playing DB. You ain't getting a ball thrown on that man because that Spidey sense, guys. Just, it's insane. And then you got two Batman. You got Bruce Wayne and Terry McGinnis because Sean Payton is passing the reins down to Davis Webb, and Sean Payton has all the resources, all the experience to help Terry McGinnis like Davis Webb. So right now, more reasons to justify Courtland Sutton, guys. And if you want to go back and see the other episodes where I give these guys their comps and explain it more, I will. And one day we'll go back and we'll just address every one of these. It'll be just a whole show talking about every single one of these characters and why they are these players on the Broncos. But Captain America as Courtland Sutton makes sense. 5-time consecutive captain, voted on by his teammates. They wanted him to be a captain 5 times in a row. That is obvious right there. Let me tell you more about it, guys. Expert tactician. You know who's getting more shifty and more wise with age? You know who's getting bigger and bulkier and scarier looking with age? Look at Courtland Sutton's most recent Instagram or pics online, whatever it was. The man is getting big. The man is jacked, and let alone the fact that he is the shifty. He some people talk about maybe he loses speed with age. He just gets shiftier and shiftier. Jason Witten was never fast, but with age he just got more shifty and shifty. He kept finding his spot. It just was obvious, and it just made so much sense, and it looked good. It really looked good. I think the same about Courtland Sutton. I think no matter how he slows down, he just knows how to put himself where he needs to be, and he knows how to go up there and make the catch and get it done. And I do want them to utilize the 50-50 ball, the back shoulder ball more. I want to see that stuff more. But besides that, I'll give him a pass because I do think he's Captain America. Great moral compass. Courtland is at all of these guys, at a lot of his teammates' events. Courtland Sutton is at literally, all of his teammates' events. He's at all these community events, helping the community, doing all kinds of good. Courtland Sutton is literally a down-to-earth human being. Guys, I would also say that another thing is that he's just consistent and always reliable, just like Captain America. So if you think I'm wrong, let me know. Uh, but he is a natural leader, 5-time captain. He's wise, he's shifty, he's a tactician. He's a leader for this team, of course. I think I just said that. He has history with the Broncos. Captain America spent decades and decades on this planet. It may have been some of it frozen, but he spent a long time on this planet. You know who spent a long time as a Denver Bronco? Courtland Sutton. He has been a Denver Bronco for a long time, a lot of history, 5-time captain. Again, he is your Captain America. So currently you have Superman throwing the football to his 2 outside receivers who are Captain America and the Flash. That's crazy because Captain America is fast as hell too, guys, but he's also knows how to put himself where he needs to be. He's smart, he's strong. That's Courtland. And then you got Jalen Waddle's the Flash, which is just perfect. Perfect. So, guys, that is our Courtland Sutton discussion right there. We're blowing through these segments fast just because we are trying our best to wrap this up so we can get to the final hour of the show where we're going to go do a fantasy mock draft, and we'll pull up a fantasy mock draft site, and we'll pull up our Instagram, and we'll set it up how at least the league should look, and we'll do a fantasy mock draft because I got to prepare so I don't get my butt kicked. Thank you, Ghost. I appreciate you, and you're always welcome here to come ask your sports questions. Thank you so much. All right. We think that the competition in the wide receiver room is wide receiver 3, but I have to believe Sutton wants to compete to show that he's wide receiver 1. He's in for a big season. Courtland Sutton has had 3 1,000-yard receiving seasons, 2 back-to-back with Bo. I think there's a lot of people who think Courtland is not going to go over 1,000 because of Jalen. I disagree. I think if anything is a lock, it's Courtland going for 1,000. And while I have expectations, Jalen goes for 11 or 1,200 yards. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for 900 something in his first year, trying to adjust and learn this offense. So let's just be cautious and pump the brakes on. And Jalen Waddle is deserving of this hype, but let's just pump the brakes on the stats and stuff and what we may expect from stats, guys. Never get too hyped or invested in stats. I'll see you, man. You have a great night. Thank you so much for subscribing and helping me out. And then remember, you're always welcome on to let me know whatever sports are on your mind, and we'll talk. If you want to talk Bulls one of these nights, we will. I don't know much about the Bulls, but I'd love to have you inform me about the Bulls. I'm always here to engage with you guys, the late night sports fan. So thank you so much. Guys, do me one last favor. We're going to jump over and we're going to start talking Jonathan Cooper real quick. So we're going to talk Cooper, but please do me a favor. Again, we are on YouTube because of you amazing guys, because of our awesome friend at Sahara Wellness, because of our awesome friend in the chat, Ghost Aquila. You guys bumped us up back to 120. We were at 120 and we lost a few people after the 24-hour stream. Sometimes we are not exactly everyone's cup of tea, and we understand that. That's why when I ask some people to subscribe, I always tell them, you don't have to turn on the notifications if you don't want to watch. We're just trying to really get this as far and wide as we can to normalize late night sports talk, guys. So thank you so much for hopping in. And, we're back at 120, which is amazing. And we're going to keep making this push. Whatever happens with these subscriber counts, I normally try not to keep an eye on it. Like, it doesn't mean that much to me like that, but I do have to keep track of it. And I like to keep track of it for you guys and have it up here for you guys so you can see the growth that you're a part of. So, that's awesome. And it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. Besides that, guys, we're on X. We're on YouTube, but we're also on X. We're on Instagram. And then we are on TikTok. So go check us out on all of those. And then again, go check out our friends at Goonsville. Not a paid ad, just family, supporting our guy. Go support Goonsville and Petros. The man's got so much cool clothing and stuff out there. It's still clean. It looks great. All right, guys. So we're going to work our way into this Jonathan Cooper discussion because we're back talking about Coop, okay? Yeah, like, subscribe, comment. And then again, drop your comments and questions below. I will answer them either on this stream. If I miss them, drop them in the comments after, and I'll answer them in the comments as well as pull them up onto the screen for the next show, okay? All right. So we're going to talk Jonathan Cooper, guys. Jonathan Cooper was just in video court yesterday, okay? We know how this thing has gone. It's been a little messy. The man broke a protection order. Also, at one point, the charges against the female were dropped. This has gotten messy, and it's gotten a little not what we want to see when it comes to Coop, okay? But, so per Mike Kliss, according to sources. So this is per Mike Kliss, according to sources. Cooper spent the last month or so in a facility voluntarily, and then after the month ended, he chose to stay longer, apparently on his own will. So that's good that he went and took some accountability there for that. He has an arraignment or like a court date scheduled for August 31st, which is after training camp and after the preseason. So who knows what may happen there, guys. Also, letting you know, guys, he is still subject to punishment from the league if they do or what they do, whether it's the commissioner's exempt list, whether it's a suspension. Who knows what may happen on that end. I'm sure the Broncos also, if they wanted to do something, they could. Now, what does this mean? This could mean that, and it was an inpatient facility where he's at. He was in like a mental health program, stuff like that, which is good. We want to see people take accountability and go do stuff, guys, to make up for it or at least get better. That's what we want to see. But some of us have already, like me, I've already checked out on Coop just because of what happened, and I don't know. I've never had a tolerance for that, and it's just not something I want on the team. And I understand that you're in a Super Bowl year, and maybe the team is gonna ride with him. This is what we have to talk about with Cooper, is that there's so many things that can happen with Cooper. They can keep him. They could do so many things can happen with Coop. Let's see, guys. They have options though. So it was second-degree assault, plus he violated a protection order. That's what happened. Those are the charges at the moment. So it's still not good. I was personally in the camp of moving on, and that's just me personally. But I understand that maybe the league wants to see these guys go, fix themselves. Do I agree with the move of keeping him no matter what? Not necessarily. Do I think that the league may still offer a suspension or something? Probably. I think that they'll offer a suspension no matter what. That's just my guess. I think that he's going to get a suspension. I don't know, guys. The Broncos have options. Look at that room. They can add to it. They have great depth to at that room. I think that if it was me, I would just give the position to Jonah Ellis, and then let Q and Dondre Tillman just come in and rotate. I really like the idea of that. If you choose to bring in a vet like Vaughn or someone else, you can do it, I guess. We are gonna. If you got any questions or comments about Jonathan Cooper, let me know. You drop them in the comments or in the live chat right now. We're gonna try to figure out mock fantasy football drafts. So we can set one up and do this for our final hour of the show, hopefully. Where to do a mock fantasy football draft. That's how rare, not rare, but that's how new we are to this stuff, guys. So we don't really know what we're doing. What would you guys think? Do you got a site that you prefer? Fantasy Pros, ESPN. We'll just use ESPN. All right, guys. We are trying to figure something out. But yeah, guys, in terms of Cooper, anything can happen with this situation still. We finally got a little bit of an update. Draft. Let's see. We'll create a league. 12 points per reception. Let's see, guys. Who is Cooper to the team? He is an employee or is he family? Do you trust that he's really contrite and wants to get well? Only the Walton Penner family can answer those questions. Facts. No, that's true. What do you think about the Cooper situation in terms of what do you want or see out of this situation, Martin? How would you go about it? Because for me, I would prefer to move off of Cooper and just whether you bring someone in or you just roll with the guys you have. I would just like to get that decision made as fast as possible. That's what I'd want, is that decision to be made as quick as possible, so it's not a distraction. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Let's see. Fantasy. See, football mock draft. All right, we'll just go to this one. It says Fantasy Pros. It's points per reception. That's what we're doing. We're doing a snake. Number of teams, 12. That's what we're doing. We'll randomize the draft position thing. Let's see. I think it's 60 or 90 seconds or something like that. We'll just do 60 seconds on the pick clock because we're going to get this ready so we can do a mock fantasy draft to prepare for what we got coming up. Let me let the cat in. Hold on. 1 second, guys. All right, guys. All right. Martin says I can't answer because I don't have any kind of relationship with him. For me, it's all about football and not about the man. I don't know him. I'm not invested in him as a human being. That's understandable. Do you think he's a distraction, though? Is he worth the distraction? Would you think that in terms of the football move, is the distraction worth it? Would you just keep him? Because the production, it's a Super Bowl year. And let me see. I'm trying to set this up right now, guys, so we can do our, let's see, it's going to be a mock draft of some sort. Let's pull it up. It's a stupid cat, man. He does not want, he goes in, out, in, out. So needy. So needy. He is so needy. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Just kidding. He's actually very spoiled and treated very well. He's just a headache sometimes, but that's what we do for the ones we love. Right? All right. Let's just pull up the Instagram. We'll try to set up this league. To me, Cooper's a little bit of a distraction still. I don't know if I want the distraction around. I don't think he's a distraction to his fellow players. It's more of a PR issue, which is a big deal. Yeah. Which, again, like you said, it comes down to the penners. It comes down to the penners for sure. All right. Okay. We're going to work our way into it right now, guys. All right. Let me pull it all up because I want to make sure I have our settings set up right. Because if anything, because it's gonna simulate it all, and we'll just get to do our picks and stuff. I've never done fantasy before or a fantasy mock draft ever, so this is why this will be fun. Let's see, format. Tick clock. Teams 10 to 12. All right. See. All right, guys, we're getting ready to load this up. I just want to make sure it says close to what we're doing as possible. It may be off a little bit, but we'll see. It's point per reception, yes. Let's see. I got my notes too from the league. Let's see. Bench is 7. Let's see. Okay. I think this is as close as we can get it. This is roster size 16. One flex. All right, I think that's good. This is as close as I think it's going to be. No. All right. All right, guys. So if you're joining me real quick, let me pull it up for you. Let's see. We'll put me right here on the bottom corner. We're gonna roll with this, and we'll see how this goes. Martin, are you a fantasy football kind of person? If anyone's here, let me know your tips for fantasy football and what I should know about fantasy, guys, because we're going to be doing a fantasy league on Sunday. We're doing our draft. So this is our first ever mock draft, our first ever anything when it comes to fantasy. So we'll see how this one goes, and you guys just give me some input. Hi, sweet lady. Whoops. We're dropping stuff. All right, guys. So we're going to do this. I think it's set up right. And let me one more check on this. Okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna roll. We're gonna roll with that. I think that's as close as we're gonna get it, because it says it's a 16 man roster. I think we got that set up right. 7 on the bench. Let's see. So this is a draft simulator. Mock draft. I do simulated drafts more than mock drafts. My bad, simulator. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I've never done this before. That's why when I'm doing this with these other creators, I've already told them they have no excuse not to beat me, because if I actually hold my own, that's going to be saying something about them. Yeah, so it's more of a draft simulator. So I think, right? I do simulated drafts more myself, but they are different. Yeah, I think this will be fine, right? Well, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Why not? Okay. And where did we pick? I forgot where we picked. The difference is that the mock is with actual other players who are logged on your team. Yeah, that's what I was noticing, because I was going to do it on ESPN, but I was going to do it on ESPN. Oh, yeah, I'm on the clock. So we're at 8th overall. Oops. Let's go running back. I'm going running back easily. It's only showing 4 backs. Is it really going to make me do that? If it really makes me sign up and do all that, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Hold on. Okay. No. Oh, we closed it all out. Well, there we go, guys. We messed up. Well, see, that's what I get. And we'll randomize that again and all that. Well, that's what I get for not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Well, this is why we're doing this now on air, so we can get some practice, guys. I think it's all still the same settings for the most part. I didn't know that on this it would limit my choices. That's what it looked like it was doing. Start over, and in options, choose not to have a clock. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll turn off the clock. But to me, it looked like it was limiting my choices, and I don't know. Maybe this one just wants me to sign up for something. All right. Oh, cat's playing with one of the worst toys right now. All right, guys. So we're going to start over, and we'll try that again. All right, and we'll randomize our draft order again, all right? So it says that we're 6th right there. We will... Okay. Yeah, we'll randomize. Let's see. 11th. Okay. There we go. See, that's always fun. We're going to be second to last on picks. That'll be fun. All right. Let's restart. We're restarting this. Okay. So Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Puka Nakua, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Amon-Ra St. Brown, James Cook, Justin Jefferson's off the clock, guys. Let's go running back for sure. I want to go running back for sure. Let's see. They suggest the top players for you to pick, but if you click on the cheat sheet, all the players. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Ashton Jeanty. How do you feel about Devon A-Chain? He's not like a number. Would you go with him this early? Because I want him back. I very much want him back. Page being unresponsive. Uh-oh. Come on. Is it really going to give me this trouble? You like Genty? Yes, over Genty, yeah. Come on. Did we just click him? Or did what the there we go. I think we chose A-Chain. Yeah, so we got A-Chain. All right, it's our pick again. I want to go running back again. I've been told doubling down on running back is a good idea. How do you feel about Saquon in this case? I've heard some stuff about Chase Brown, but I like Saquon in this case. I just really like the idea of get our two good backs out the way. A-Chain and Barkley, that sounds pretty good, right? A-Chain's been a good back. Barkley, he's a solid back, right? That's what I would probably go with in this case. Let's see. Yeah, go with my guy. Yeah, we'll go Derrick Henry. No, we'll go Barkley. We'll go in Barkley. We got two backs. We got two backs right now. Oh, man, so many good guys just went. Josh Allen just went. I should have took Josh Allen. I didn't even know. I didn't even think about it. All right, we're going to go all. Lamar Jackson. We're talking points, guys. I feel like Lamar would be great for points. Kyron Williams. He would have chosen Brown. He's safer. Yeah, he is safer probably. I was hearing things about like Matthew Berry has talked high about Brown. In this case for QB, I'm really I don't know if QB's too early. Yeah. Okay. See, this is why I want your help, Martin, because it gives me some idea on where things are before my draft in a day or so, because I've never done one of these. So we'll skip on Lamar. Maybe we got a really good tight end available. All right, so Colston Loveland is one that's really been recommended to me. So I don't remember who it was the other day. It might have been you. It was someone else. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was someone else. Someone told me the other day that Colston Loveland was a good choice, and I just can't help with it. It's going to be the choice. We're going tight end right there. I think he's going to have a great year. Too early for Loveland. All right. Well, I made the move, so we took that one no matter what. I really like Colston Loveland. All right. Where are we at now? We're at pick. Who else is gone? We're already picking again. Let's see. Where does it tell me who I already have? Cheat sheets, board. Ultimately, it's your team. You make the rules. It's the fun of fantasy football. Fact. We haven't gone wide receiver. I've been told wait on kicker. We still haven't gone QB. Let's see who else is QB's fine. We'll wait on QB still. We'll look at wide receiver. I really like Emeka Obuka. Am I wrong there for liking Emeka? I know it's my choices, but I want your opinion on Emeka because he's someone that I'm very high on, at least for what I think his season's going to be. And this is why it's good that we took off the timer because I need to get the training wheels off and at least knowing how this stuff goes. So that's why I may have took Loveland early. That's going to obviously, we were bound to make a reach early. I like our running back choice with A-Chain and Barkley. Maybe Barkley is not as safe, but I like the running back room right now. We got a tight end so far. Yeah. Let's see, we got A-Chain, Loveland, Barkley. Yeah, guys. So in this case for wide receiver, no, he's good. I'm high on Zay Flowers, but it's close. That's what I was thinking too. I was really high on Emeka when Mike Evans was there in Tampa Bay. But because he's not, I'm like, he's going to get even more targets. And they're going to have Chris Godwin coming back, I believe, from injury. So we're going Emeka. I hope that this doesn't feel too early. I'm not big on Garrett Wilson. I'm not big on Garrett Wilson and the Jets one bit. I know they suggest that, and he's probably one of the best players on that offense still. I don't know if that's the case. I like Emeka over Garrett. Zay would have been in that discussion. I think it's too early to go Jalen Waddle still. We're not going to get emotional and go with that. So we'll go Emeka. And this is why I'm glad we're not doing a clock. So we know what we're doing and we're getting some practice in. So we went with Emeka. We will keep quarterback on the back of our mind coming up, I think, right? I think it's fair to say we're getting close to maybe thinking QB, right? Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. There's some good ones right there. There's some good options. No, he's good. I'm just high on Zay Flowers, but it's close. Yeah. No, I just read that over again. So I'm trying to get a gauge. So right now, we're at pick 59. Would you say now is a good time to go quarterback with what we have left on the board? What do you think? What do you think, chat? Do you think now's a good time to go quarterback? And let's see, how do I know who we've drafted? How do I know who I've drafted? Oh, right there. Show drafted. Yeah, there. Well, where's my... How do I know who I drafted? Wait on QB. if you like Lawrence or Dak. I don't know if I like Lawrence or Dak. That's the thing. I would go Jaden Daniels, but I'm worried about the health. You know? Caleb Williams. I almost want to go Caleb Williams in this case because I'm not going Herbert. You know what? We will wait one more round, I think, on QB. We got Devon A-Chain and Saquon Barkley and Colston Loveland, and we got Emeka Ibuka so far. So let's just go ahead and let's see. Who do we got at wide receiver, tight end? Let's see. I'm surprised Tyler Warren's still available. Click on teams or on my team. Teams. There we go. Yeah. All right. I almost want to get another tight end right here and just go with Tyler Warren. I think Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland are great picks at tight end. Maybe it's still a little rich, but I don't know. But we're doing it. We're doing it. I don't care. Martin's going to tell me after the fact it's too early for Tyler Warren. We're doing it. We got Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. So we doubled up on running back and we doubled up on tight end. We got Emeka Ibuka. Let's check out QBs available now. Oh, man. So we still have our pick of the litter. I don't have a flex. Is flex too early? That's the thing. This is why I'm glad to have your input, Martin, on this, because I don't know if it's too early for flex. I'm learning that if you can't get like a banger QB early, do it. Yeah, do it. After the draft, you'll see your team if you like it, I might do one more of these before this all happens anyway. Maybe when we start the 24-hour show, we'll do one or two of these before we jump into our draft with slanted uptown and all them. You need a wide receiver or another running back. Yeah. So we'll just we got two running backs. We got a wide receiver. Let's jump to wide receiver. What about Marvin Harrison? You don't think he's got Carson Beck or Jacoby Brissett, right? DK Metcalf. What about Rome Odunze? I mean, I already got one Chicago Bear on here. Emeka Ibuka, Rome Odunze. Alec Pierce, that's an okay one. Let's see. Courtland Sutton. Okay, guys, we're getting in the Broncos territory. A part of me wonders if it's still too early for Sutton and that if that would be like an emotional pick. Chris Godwin. We're pulling up all these names just so we can look at them because this is good for us to remember these names too. Watson has a lot of upside, but Odunze is safer. Yeah, I was thinking about Odunze. Jordan Tyson, Chris Godwin, Parker Washington. Parker Washington killed us, guys, against Jacksonville. He's probably good for one or two really big games. No, Sutton would be good here as well. Sutton's probably a good choice. When I was looking up like last year's fantasy stats for wide receivers, Sutton was like top 15. So he wasn't horrible. I actually think that it's fair to assume Sutton is easily the 1,000-yard receiver with Waddle maybe going over 1,000, but don't be surprised if Waddle is just under 1,000 as he is adjusting in his first year in this team and in this offense. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, though I think Waddle's going for like 1,200 yards. We're getting Courtland Sutton. We're going to do it. It's not an emotional pick. It's a smart pick. The man is a third down machine. He's reliable. He's crafty. We like it. All right, guys. So, yeah, you were saying we could use I think we only got two running backs available in this situation. So, I don't know if we can go for a third. or if that's what the flex would be. Let's see, what is flex? Yeah, flex is either. No, Sutton would be good here as well. That's what I thought. I was going to go with Donze or Sutton, but Sutton, honestly, I like the production there. You got Mecca Buka, Courtland Sutton, Devon A-Chain, Saquon Barkley, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren. I like the Loveland-Warren connection. Loveland was a bit early. He was probably a bit early. It was a bit of a reach. We don't have a QB. So let's just see who's available at QB. Because, oh, man, we're getting in the Bo Nix territory. I don't think I'm going to be able to snag Bo Nix. Patrick Mahomes. See, this is the thing, because when it comes to QBs, I don't know what to think. You have 6 bench players as well that are any position. Great point. Great point. I didn't even think of. Yeah, see, there we go. I didn't even think about it. So we're going to wait on QB. We're going to wait on QB, I think. Let's go running back again. We're going to go running back again. Actually, oh, man. See, here, I don't know as much about some of these guys. So, yeah, you'll be picking up 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers. Let's go running back. Let's pull up wide receiver. We'll do one of. Let's pick one of these guys. Michael Pittman, DK, Brian Thomas, Stevenson for me. If you're going running back, where does he? New England. Oh yeah. No, I remember Ramondre from last year. Now, yeah, no, he was solid last year. In this case, we let the chat pick that one. We go with that. I put him as our flex. It put him as our flex, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not bothered with it. I don't think I'm bothered with it. Let's go wide receiver, or let's double check quarterback. Okay. Current pick. You got QBs, quick draft board, see how it feels. Draft board. Okay. Yeah, so that helps. Oh. What did I do? Okay, I thought I messed that up. Nope. Let's see. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Oh. What did I do? Did I mess it up? What did I do? Q? No. No. Did I mess that up? What did I do? Fucking hell. Oh, I swore. Well, are we going to have to restart it? See, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I'm clicking on. We're restarting it, guys. Well, at least I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing more now. We're restarting it, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know what the hell I'm clicking. I didn't know that I would be doing that, or that would do it. What am I? Did it make me the first pick? I don't want to be the first pick. That feels like cheating, right? I mean, this is practice anyway. See, this is why it sucks, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Now I feel like we got to at least make sure it's all back to what it should be. Yeah. All right. That was disappointing, guys. We'll randomize. All right, we're picking 9th. We're going to restart, and we're going to kind of blow through this now. We're going to rip through it just so we kind of make up for all that crap that we put ourselves through. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, Martin. I'm sorry you had to give me all that great input for me to ruin that. But at least I got an idea now on how this stuff should go and maybe what is considered rich or isn't rich. So we're still going to go running back early for sure. And I like Jonathan Taylor. With him being available, he wasn't available technically last time. So I think if you're okay with that, I'm going with Jonathan Taylor. What do you think? Is that fair pick early on? I knew I would mess something up, and of course we would restart it. So we're gonna really blow through this, but James Cook here for me. But how I feel? No, James Cook's a good choice. Kenneth Walker, Chairman. I'm not high on Jeremiah Love. We're gonna go Jonathan Taylor personally. I like Jonathan Taylor right here, but we're gonna double right back down on running back. And again, I think we're going to go back with Devon Achane. I like Devon Achane here still too. So we're going to go with both of them. We're doubling down on running back early like we did last time. Show drafted. All right, we will go. We went with 2 of them already. We'll go wide receiver. Say Flowers, Len McConkey, T. Higgins. Okay, there's a Mecca. We're going back with a Mecca. Yeah. That's something I did think there. Luther Burden. So I have also heard a lot that fantasy pros agree on Luther Burden, specifically Matthew Berry. I do like 2 running backs to start. I've filtered with taking 3, and I like those. Yeah, I've been told double down early, and I'm going to make sure I do. And we're not going to reach, at least, because again, downside, is we accidentally restarted the draft. Plus side is it's fair that I think I got a better understanding right away now. So I think already looking at this, again, I don't want to misclick real quick. So if we click teams, it would show my team. Yes, there we go. All right. So we are going to look at what, wide receiver again, or let's check tight end. We still have other guys available too. But I liked Colston Loveland and Tyler Wharton. I really liked that duo. And if it's still available, I think I should still try to keep it close to kind of what we were going with, because some of that I really liked. I liked Loveland. I think he's going to have a big year in Chicago, just like I think Warren's going to have a great year in Indianapolis. So we're going to go Loveland there. And even though it was a little high, we're going to stick to our gut of what we did last time. And as we look back at tight end, Warren will be there in the 5th round. Yeah. We'll let's see. Kelsey. I don't like, am I wrong to say I don't like Kelsey or Kittle? I've heard good things about Ferguson. Jake Ferguson. Isaiah Likely. Tucker Kraft, if he's healthy, right? He was taken in the 4th round. Yeah, they took him right before us. That's crazy. All right, let's go back to wide receiver. Oh wow, Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is gonna have a good year. I think Mike Evans is in for a good year in San Francisco. Jameson Williams, DJ Moore in Buffalo. Oh man. Let's see, you got Roma Dunze, DK Metcalf, Marvin Harrison, Alec Pierce, Courtland again. I like the Mecca and Courtland. I thought they were fair. Evans, yeah. In this case, if Evans is available over Courtland, it just makes sense, right? So yeah, we'll go Evans, of course. I really like that. Emeka and Evans, we're basically rolling it with last year's Tampa. Our running backs are Jonathan Taylor and Devon A-Chain. That's who we have right now at running back. Let's see. We will go tight end, maybe. Let's see. I like Tucker Kraft if he's healthy. I just worry about his health. Jake Ferguson, Dalton Kincaid, Isaiah Likely. Why do I think that we can wait on tight end still? Who's that quarterback that's left? Jackson Dart, running back or wide receiver? Yeah. DJ Moore. Let's check what running back. There's Ramondre Stevens, Jalen Warren, Jadarian Price, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, RJ Harvey. You still have Stevenson. If we wanted Stevenson again, we could go back with Stevenson. Rico Dowell. I'm trying to click on these so I can know these names too. I need to remember these guys' names and stuff, or what may or may not, come up. JK. Okay. Blake Crum. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it's not as impressive. Let's check on wide receiver, maybe the move just because DJ Moore is up there. I'm liking DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Brent Thomas, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Jordan Tyson, Parker Washington. I don't know. I'm really thinking DJ Moore probably is the move, right? DJ Moore or Courtland Sutton in this move. Well, in this situation, maybe Courtland or DJ. That's what I'm leaning. No, because at this point, that's behind Emeka and behind Mike Evans. So that's not bad one bit. We'll go with Courtland. It's not that bad. It's a good choice. So at least you and me were on the same mood there. Moore was also good too, because Moore's got Josh Allen, but we went with Courtland. So we took Courtland. Courtland's at flex technically. Let's see, QB. I think we can wait on QB still. Let's just. What about tight end? We still needed another starting tight end. Do you think that tight end would be the move? We still need another starting one, I think. It's Dallas, Mark Andrews. I like Mark Andrews a lot. Kelsey is what it's suggesting. It's suggesting Kelsey, George Kittle, Jake Ferguson, Isaiah Likely. I really like Isaiah Likely, but I forgot that he's on the Giants now. Yeah, I think it's a 2 tight end league. Let me double check. It may be 3. I might have not put that in correctly. And if I didn't put that in correctly, that's on me. Or I might have had it done correctly, but then when restarting it, I messed it up. It's not. Let's see. Yeah, probably just because of. Yeah, probably just because of. Oh yeah. All right. Hold on, I got a screenshot of it so I can know exactly. I believe. Yeah, he's probably safer over any of these guys. It's just gonna sting. That's all. Yeah, I don't think it's a two-man league. I think we just messed it up and did it that way. So, yeah, we'll just go Colston Loveland and Travis Kelce. Even though it stings a little bit, we'll go Kelce. All right. And we're back at our pick. Is it too early to go defense or special teams? I'm actually pretty high on Houston. I'm pretty high on the Rams, of course, high on Philly, Minnesota. They're all good defenses. I don't know if it's still too early for that. Yeah, still too early. Okay, so we'll keep going. Running back, wide receiver, QB. We'll check QB. Dak's probably a very good pick in this situation. I don't know why. Something about Dak is telling me it's a good pick because he can be a stat machine. Yeah, he can be a stat machine for sure. So part of me is thinking Dak Prescott. Yeah, I'm really thinking that Dak is going to be the move here over these guys. We'll pull it up real quick. Kyler Murray, Jordan Love, Baker, Tyler, Malik Willis. Oh no, CJ Stroud, Darnold. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking Dak's the move. Dak's probably the move, guys. We're gonna have to get our QB, and it's gonna be Dak Prescott, which would mean that we'd have to, if this was the real league that we're doing, it would mean we'd have to pay attention to Dak. So that would be kind of fun. All right. We're going Dak Prescott unless there's any objections. I think this is feeling pretty ripe, about time to make that move. After looking at what's left, who's to say what might happen if we don't make our pick now at QB? So going once, going twice, sold Dak Prescott. Dak is the man. Dak Prescott, you are the QB. We needed a QB. All right. It's still too early to go defense. We already went flex. Technically, Courtland is our flex, but it's all right. That's fine with me. We're going, I think, let's see, we're going wide receiver and tight ends, running backs. Kenny Gainwell, that's a good one. I like Gainwell, Dobbins, Aaron Jones. There's some good ones here. There's some solid options here. It's definitely running back. You're right, Martin. Running back. Yeah, definitely running back here. Just looking at it, maybe Gainwell or Dobbins is the pick. I wouldn't necessarily say Dobbins isn't a good pick here. I don't know much about Gainwell. So, I mean, if we're going off of my knowledge, part of me would go with that move right there. Is with JK, just because JK, of any of these guys, I don't know if Kenny Gainwell is the starting running back in Tampa, but JK will be the starting back in Denver. So to me, that makes me lean JK, but I don't want this to be just like an emotional decision. So if you got a counter argument for this, let me know. And this is great practice. I'm loving this. This is very fun practice for me to get better at this. I'm thinking Dobbins personally, but unless you got an argument for Gainwell, I don't know much about him. Let me pull up his stats. I don't know if he's a starting back though. Dobbins is good in real life, but he wasn't a good fantasy back. I just figure because he's going to be the starter, but I don't know if Kenny is a starter. I've heard about him though. Let's see. I mean, I feel like we're going running back. Aaron Jones is okay too. Aaron Jones isn't horrible. No, it says he's the number 1 running back for Tampa. I think that we're making the move at running back right now. We'll go Gainwell. We'll go with Gainwell. All right. Then he's on the bench anyway. All right. Wide receiver, Khalil Shakir, Jaden Higgins, Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs. Tight end. Let's check out tight end. Okay, maybe we just look back at wide receiver Casey Concepcion. I almost think Matthew Golden or Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Higgins. Yeah. See, that's a good point because we got Gainwell right now, but we ended up getting Jonathan Taylor and Devon A-Chain. So that's where we're at right now. So yeah, we should have went running back. Do you think we should go running back right here, Aaron Jones? That one maybe makes some sense, maybe, right? Over, I don't like wide receiver right here, personally. I almost think that Aaron Jones would be the move again. No wide receiver. Yeah, I'm thinking Aaron Jones. I'm thinking just go with Aaron Jones and shore up what's left of that running back. What's out there. There's not much left to shore it up, and it's not going to get much better. It's not going to get much better for running back. Running back's only getting worse. So this is probably our last chance, because then we at least would have went back to back in the end again with Gainwell and Jones. Back there. So I think that maybe that's the move. And if you don't have an opposition, I think that we go Aaron Jones and see if Mason would have come back to you in the next round. Jordan Mason. That's a good one. All right, yeah, we'll do it. I know that our league is like a 16-player league or something like that. No, so Jones is gone. So we would have lost Jones anyway. So, we would have lost Mason because, let's see, he did end up going. Yeah. Okay. Chris Rodriguez. Let's check wide receiver real quick. Rashid Shaheed or Shaheed sounds kind of good. I like Rashid Shaheed. I don't know if I like a Jet, but I shouldn't be scared off of bad teams because you'll have some guys still produce. Yeah, let's check defense. That's probably a good thing to lock in now. Okay, maybe it is time to go defense now. We would have our pick of the litter. Houston's a good choice. Houston. It was good for me. It was going to be like Houston or like Philly or Minnesota, but Houston sounds like a good option. They just fly around. They take the ball away, right? Is that how you get points on defense? Is for like takeaways or sacks? Rams for you? No, Rams have a great defense, especially with Myles Garrett. We'll do a coin toss on that one. Rams or Texans. All right. Martin, heads or tails? You tell me in the chat, heads or tails. And whatever you choose will be Rams, whatever I choose, will be Texans because I think both of them are fair picks. But heads, okay. All right, so heads, it'll be Rams. Tails, it'll be Texans. Hey, Google, flip a coin. Tails. All right, so we're going Texans. We're going Texans. All right. All right. So we got our defense. That's defense special teams is taken care of. Running back, wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, Troy Franklin, Travis Hunter, Trey Harris. Wide receiver or running back, I'm liking wide receiver right now, I'm thinking. And either way, I think Houston or LA are great choices. So we just went with Houston in this case. But I think that LA would have been a great choice as well. I'm kind of liking wide receiver right now, in my opinion, over running back. Just scroll down on wide receiver, see if Diggs. Okay, let's see. Let's see if Diggs is still available. Because if he is, of course, right? Calvin Ridley, okay. Like we're getting there. There's still some solid choices at wide receiver. I'm not Keyshawn Booty, Pat Bryant. We're getting into the Broncos depth receivers now. That's how you know we're getting pretty low. So maybe if we're going wide receiver, now's the time to do it before it gets too weak, you know? Kind of like how we did with running back last time. And we went Gainwell and then Aaron Jones. Maybe that's the plan is another receiver. Is it going to be Jerry Jeudy, though? I almost want Travis Hunter in this case. I really like Travis Hunter year 2. I'm excited for him, but Judy's been kind of productive as a Brown. I'm thinking it's got to be Jeudy or Hunter. I want to go Troy Franklin because he's my breakout wide receiver 3. But I don't know. This one, I'm really shocked. My gut's saying Jerry Jeudy, but my mind's telling me like Travis Hunter my mind's telling me Jerry Jeudy, but my gut's telling me like Travis Hunter or Troy Franklin. I don't know. I just think maybe it's Jerry Jeudy here. I don't know. And that's funny that he'd be back on the same team. Yeah, I don't see Diggs anywhere. Maybe he's somewhere, but I don't think Diggs is on here. Diggs is definitely not on here. Darnell Mooney. Like we're past Diggs for sure. I think no on Jeudy. I can't do it. I can't either. I'm going Travis Hunter. Screw it. We're going Travis Hunter. We're betting on year 2 Travis Hunter. One of the best athletes in the NFL. We're going to just bank on Travis Hunter right there at that point. And now look at Troy Franklin, man. Let's check running back real quick. Tank Bigsby. Okay. Let's see. Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, Ray Davis. Oh man. Oh wait, do we? Okay, we still got room. What about kicker? Should we line up our kicker? Or is it too early? Huh? Kicker's got to be like second to last pick or something, right? I've been told to really wait on kicker, like make it one of the final picks. But because like in looking at it, all of the good kickers are still up there. That's what it's looking like. All the kickers are still available. So I'm thinking we're still skipping on kicker. I just want to look at the names, but yeah, all of them are still available. So we're probably still skipping on kicker, right? Still too early. Yeah, wait one more round if you want the best kicker. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, we'll go. It's got to be wide receiver or running back. It's either Tank Bigsby or in my opinion, why do I feel like, and I love Troy Franklin, why do I feel like Calvin Ridley's in for a bigger year than Troy Franklin? Maybe it's just because maybe more opportunities in Tennessee. I don't know, because they did just draft a receiver in the first round, right? That might take away from Ridley, but I've always actually liked Ridley a lot. I don't know. I think we're looking at running back or wide receiver here. We're looking at Troy Franklin, Calvin Ridley. I don't know nothing about Jalen Knoll, so I don't know much about Knoll in this case. Check your team and count how many running backs you have. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 running backs. We should go one more, right? Bigsby, Kamani Vidal, Nicholas Singleton, Creighton Allen, Jalen Wright, Connor. Yeah, so we got 4 running backs right now. Being Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, Kenny Gainwell, and Aaron Jones. In terms of wide receiver, we got 3, and then Courtland at flex. Yeah. At running back, it's just such a random choice. Part of me wants to really go with just one more receiver and go with Troy. I almost like that. I like the Troy Franklin option here. Because I just personally like Troy. In this case, I think I'm just going to go with what the heart says. And even though I love Troy, I mean, I don't know if running back is the move here. We'll go with Troy just because it's not because I love Troy. It's more because I believe in the production. So we'll go with Troy in this case. So we're now 4 receivers plus Courtland at so we got Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, Emeka Ibuka, Mike Evans, Colston Loveland, Travis Kelce, Courtland Sutton at flex. We went with the Houston defense and special teams. Let's see, on the bench right now, you got Kenny Gainwell, Aaron Jones, Travis Hunter, Troy Franklin. Let's do kicker. I was liking the idea of and I like the idea of snagging the best kicker available. Now the opinion is who you think that is. A lot of people think that that's Brandon Aubrey. Some people really are high on Cam Little. I think Cam Little broke that record kick last year, or did that crazy kick last year. You got Cameron Dicker, from what I believe, is very, very consistent. Kai Fairbairn. Part of me thinks Aubrey's the move, right? He's got to be. Most consistent QB. You should have. You should look at QB here because I need more than one QB, right? I don't need just 2. I mean, I don't need 1. I'm supposed to have at least 2. Is that right? Aubrey for you. Yeah. Part of me thinks we'll go Aubrey and then we'll address QB if we're supposed to have another QB. We'll do that. Because I like the idea of Aubrey right there. Yeah, 2 QBs, only 1 kicker. Okay, so we'll go Aubrey and get the best kicker of the draft. We'll go with that move. And now you see some defenses coming off the board now. And you're seeing some other guys coming off the board. Let's check out the QB position now. Bo Nix is still up there. Baker's up there. Jordan Love is up there. Jared Goff is up there. Bo Nix, I think that Bo Nix is in for a big year, guys. I think he's taking that year 2 to year 3 step from good to great. Of all the guys up there, Am I saying he's the best? No. But of all the guys up here, I think he has the most potential of the guys on here, right? Yeah, I think Bo's got to be the move here. We're asking him to be, to back up Dak. I like that move in this situation. I think, would you say that of any of the guys up here, Bo is definitely the most potential of all of them, right? It doesn't make sense to me that he's still here. No, I was looking at it last time and I was seeing that he was still there, and it wasn't making sense to me on the last round when we went Aubrey, but we're going with Bo. So Bo Nix, you're a Denver Bronco. And I may possibly get to snag Bo because I'm not going to rush in on Bo and on QB. But Dak Prescott, when we did take him, felt pretty right at the time. So, yeah, definitely the best QB here. We're going Bo Nix. Bo Nix, you're on my team. I like that move. All right. So we got 2 more spaces on the bench. We got Dak and Bo. We got Brandon Aubrey. Let's see. We got some running backs. Let's check running back and wide receiver. I like that Calvin Ridley's still available. I don't know if we need another tight end. Do you think we go tight end? Should we go one more tight end? Because if we're going tight end, part of me says let's just go Kenyon Sadiq or Gunnar Helm, but I don't know if the move is should we go in another no on tight end. That's what I was thinking. That's a good reason why I asked. We'll go running back or wide receiver. Part of me thinks it's got to be a running back here now. If it all makes sense. Wide receiver. I like Calvin Ridley. I'm honestly going between Ridley or Vidal, but running back maybe makes sense. Just because we got Taylor, A-Chain, Gainwell, and Jones. We got 2 empty bench spots anyway, so we'll go on Vidal. I think Vidal is the move right there, unless you oppose because you like one of these other running backs. But I like Vidal out of these backs. Gordon, yeah. Gordon to back up A-Chain. Ollie Gordon, you like Ollie Gordon? Oh, okay. That's a good one. DJ Giddens, okay. Ty Johnson. All right, no, you know what? We'll go with you on that one because I know nothing about him. That's a good little pull. If you trust him, I'll go with him. Because in that case, I would have probably went Vidal. But that's because I don't know much. We're in the part of the draft where some of these guys, knowing about some of these guys is going to be a little harder. Do you have 2 more picks or only one? Only 1 pick. 1 pick left. So we got wide receiver, running back. Should we go tight end? We already got our defense. We already got our flex. We already got we got 2 tight ends on the team total, and that's Kelsey and Loveland. We got some good wide receivers. What do you? Our draft is over here, so I'll name off all of our players right now. Prescott, Taylor, Jonathan Taylor, Devon A-Chain, Emeka Ibuka, Mike Evans, Colston Loveland, Travis Kelce, Courtland Sutton. We went with the Texans D and special teams. We went with Brandon Aubrey at kicker. Gets Kenny Gainwell, Aaron Jones, Travis Hunter, Troy Franklin, Bo Nix, Ollie Gordon. 1 pick left. Click all. Yeah. And go BPA. Jalen Noel or Calvin Ridley. I really liked Calvin Ridley, but we'll go Noel just because of BPA. There we go. All right, so that's it. That's our list right there. Let's see. All right, we got a 74 out of 100, whatever that means. That means nothing to me, guys. Guys, we're 2 hours in, and we're gonna work our way out of this show. Click your view full analysis. Yeah. Let's see. QB 10th. Maybe we should have went QB sooner. What do you think? Or do you think we did good on QB? 2 QBs. I like where we went with Bo as and Dak. Tight end, flex, wide receiver. Man, I thought it was a good draft. Running back, we did great. I think we did great, in my opinion. We got Jonathan Taylor, who's probably one of the best fantasy backs out there. And then we got Devon A-Chain. I like backing that up with Devon A-Chain and early like that. That was nice. We got a good defense, in my opinion. Let's just scroll down to see what they wrote about your draft. Okay, there we go. Draft insights. Top players. You drafted 3 players ranked at the top at their position: Colson Loveland, the Houston Texans defense, and Brandon Aubrey kicker. Let's see, over under. Sportsbooks have said over under for Dak Prescott passing yards at 4,000. See the analysis. I see him go over 4,000, just because I think Dak can put up 4,000 easy. What if you drafted Garrett Wilson and drafted a tight end later, your score would have been higher. I didn't think Garrett Wilson was that big of an improvement over what we went with. I like that. Let's see, we were out of whatever those teams are and stuff right there. It's a steal. You drafted Bo Nix in the 15th. That was definitely a steal. You were right about that, Martin, about seeing Bo that late. That was surprising. Hot take. Matthew Hill likes your draft. Let's see. Reach. You drafted Houston Texans 2 rounds earlier than they ranked. I think it was still a good choice. You still got a top defense. You still got a top kicker. That was good practice, Martin. I thought that was fun. And part of me thinks that little restart in the middle maybe was good practice for us. It was accidental, but it happened. And I thought that was great practice for us. Let's see. Expert opinions. No. Okay, so that's going to want us to join that stuff. Overall, I thought it was some good practice. You might need to hit waivers in week 8 when Mike Evans, Houston Texans, and Jalen Noel all have their bye week. Oh, yeah. No, this was fun practice. I thought that was fun. What do you think, guys? Also, guys, if you are just joining us, we just did our first simulation or whatever for fantasy football. We got a draft coming up against some creators. Some of these guys have been doing fantasy for years, so they have no excuse. For me, I'm just jumping in here, but I think that was a pretty fair shot. Probably better than what our first one would have went. But either way, it was still fun. I think I got a general grasp or an idea of what to expect. It will be timed, so I got to think faster on my toes. And I need to think about where these guys are valued at. Absolutely. I do at least 1 or 2 mock drafts a day before you do your league draft. Well, the league draft is on Sunday. Today is now Saturday morning, 4:06 a.m. Mountain Time right now. I'm working today. Normally is one of my days off. I would be doing our next 24-hour stream Saturday into Sunday, but because I'm working today on my day off because I'm getting some overtime, I did it last week, and that delayed, or at least it stopped us from doing a UFC watch along, and it's going to stop us again from doing a watch along for the Anthony Joshua fight, which is sad, but also it's okay because that overtime is important, because content and this trip to Denver for my birthday is also important to me. And we just got our ticket to the Broncos Raiders here in Denver last year. I mean last week. So besides that, the week before we got 2 tickets to 2 different UNLV. Well, we got a ticket to 2 different UNLV games. So we're going to be at 2 different UNLV games, and we're going to be at Broncos versus Raiders here in Vegas. So besides that, this overtime, it's okay to work overtime now. It's the off season. Better to do it now than during the season. And it's good to try to get it while we can, so we can keep putting it towards our trip, because I just got to get mine and my mother's Broncos Chiefs tickets for Denver. Besides that, the only thing I have to plan or save up for the trip is just flights, room, and spending money. And we got months still. So I'm just focused on getting those Broncos Chiefs tickets right now. So I am not doing a live stream tomorrow. No watch along, nothing like that. I'll be at work. But Sunday into Monday will be our final. Let me pull this up, guys. That was a fun little thing. Well, I might do 1 or 2 more. Maybe 1 before I go to bed. 1 more before bed, and I'll try to do it on my own and just go off of my gut and see how some of that goes. But yeah, so guys, we are going to be doing 1 more 24-hour stream on Sunday going into Monday. We are going to see if any creators want to drop by, but we're not necessarily going to ask. We're just going to see if they want to drop by. Part of me thinks it would be fitting if we went through most of that 24-hour stream just by ourselves, or just with 1 or 2 guests instead of like 3, 4, 5. Last time we had 3. Every time we've had some guests, it's just like our Dak interview got cut off by YouTube. I'd go wide receiver, running back early. You should have 3 of both by 9th round, in my opinion. Great idea. I'm going to remember that, because I may be doubling down on running back early, but I should maybe triple down. Same with running back. So maybe I go with my first 4 picks. Maybe I should go running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, like that maybe. Now, from what I've been told, the only way to go QB in the first round is if like you get Josh Allen. That's what I've been told. Is if I get Josh Allen, they've told me go for him in the first round, because he won't be there the round after, from what I've been told. And I don't know if that's worth it or not, but I've heard nothing but, double down, or now even triple down, running back and stuff. Double down or triple down on that, and then wait on QB unless it's Josh Allen. But we'll see. I'm going up against like 2 or 3 different other Bills creators, so that's going to be fun if that were to happen. But Bo Nix, where he fell, that's quite a steal. But that was good practice. We'll get more practice in. Allen is too expensive unless he's there in the 3rd round. Then you have to take him. Yeah, I'll keep it in my mind. If I see him after a round or 2 still there, maybe I'll make sense. But yeah, I'm going to try to double or triple down on running back early. Same with wide receiver. I thought we did good with our wide receiver picks, honestly. I liked the picks. Yeah, I really liked our picks, honestly. So let me pull it back up real quick. Here it is. So we went, those are our picks in like with our team. I really liked our wide receiver choices. I thought Jonathan Taylor was a steal where we got him. But maybe I put a little too much into that. Some of these other teams, as we look at them, like to think, I know Jackson Dart went pretty early in that draft. He went a little earlier than I would have ever imagined. I think Dart went before we took Dak. I'm pretty sure, but Dart went before we took Dak Prescott, which is pretty confident to go that route, in my opinion. And it's just because Dart and his injuries, and Dart loves to find a contact. We'll probably do one more of those, I think. We'll start again. And we'll make sure we set this up right. It'll be running back 3, probably. Because it's a 16-player league. So I need to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4. It's supposed to be a 16-player league, I believe. Because it's a 12-team league, but I believe it's 16 players or something. So that would mean, because I'm going to do one of these after. Yeah, it was a fun show. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to sign off here, Martin. Let me move over here. Guys, go check out Goonsville one last time. Go check out Goonsville. Go support Goonsville. They're rocking with us, their family. Go check out Goonsville. And if you're with me right now, go check out us on YouTube. Go check out Martin. I know you're going to bed. Go check out the Jazzy Night in the Still Up Sports Studio edit or video. Those are going to get longer, and soon they're going to have lo-fi, and there'll be a different song every once in a while. And soon the graphic will become animated eventually. But if you're about to go hit the hack and get some sleep, hit the sack and get some sleep, go listen to this playlist right here. There's only one on there. It's only an hour. So if you have to hit repeat and loop it, maybe do that. But yeah, go check that out. Maybe it'll help you relax, get some sleep in. Thank you so much, Martin, for popping in. You're one of my favorite, people to pop in my chat, just because you're up at this time, but you offer so much, interesting feedback. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. I love what you have to say, man. Thank you so much. It was a fun show. Have to hit the sack. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do in your fantasy draft. Have a good night. Yeah, fantasy draft is on Sunday, so it'll probably happen during the 24-hour stream. And what I'll do when that happens is I'll just leave the mic unmuted so you guys can hear me and hear them on the Zoom, because the Zoom will be on my phone. And my guess is I'd either have to sign in on here to watch it or something like that. Or I don't know how the draft's going to go. But my point is, at least I got an understanding of how it works in general. But yeah, that'll be on the 24-hour stream on this weekend. But yeah, guys, so do me the favor, go subscribe on YouTube. We're at 120. Go subscribe on YouTube. Go check us out on X. Go check us out on Instagram, and last but not least, on TikTok. And if you want to do me a favor personally, go to my personal YouTube right here at Cody Chapa 88. 88 for Demarius Thomas. Go check out Cody Chapa 88 on YouTube, and you can check out my little Ride With Me series on my personal YouTube. Something that's fun and near and dear to me, just showing off my music taste and showing off my favorite view of the city here in Las Vegas every night when I ride home from work. Some of them are pretty popular, some of them aren't, but either way, it's a fun vibe, and I quite enjoy doing them. It's only one post today, but and my personal channel may have more stuff coming out down the line, but go check out the personal YouTube as well, on top of the Still Up page, of course. Thank you so much, guys. Just want to say one more time, thank you guys so much for popping by. I hope you guys like the background. Again, it's right here. I hope you love this background. It has the dog and the cats. It has Regis. It has Huxley. It has Apollo. You can see my Red Bull. You can see the mini mics, and you can see all kinds of cool little details just in this image. Just want to thank Amelia again for working on that. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I love doing this show for you guys. I love talking sports, and I loved that we jumped in there and had a little fun right there. That was very fun, and getting to learn how, fantasy football works. It's fun. So that was awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me here at Still Up Sports tonight. we're getting ready, and we're so close for the regular season, guys. So many things are coming. Just stay tuned. Thank you so much for being supportive, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Get some rest. Go do something wonderful and attack the day. You guys got this. And besides that, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye. Peace.